Hi there, this is Robin Hart of the Home Loans with Heart team of CMZ. This is our weekly video where we share with you some insights on what's happening in the housing market and what's happening with rates. As always, and by the way, happy Halloween. It's been a spooky week so far. Let's dive in and see where those crazy rates are at. Okay, rates have been on a steady, slow trajectory down. It's been kind of kooky spooky this week, though, in a Fed kind of way. Per Mortgage Nuggets, they survey over 200 lenders across the nation and freely share the responses. The average rates for a 30-year fixed for the last 7 days are coming in at 6.13, while the VA and FHA have finally dipped below 6%. They're actually coming in at 5.89 and 5.9. Now, we do hope to see the trend continue lower. But if the Fed keeps talking, those rates will keep walking. So the Fed did lower Fed funds rate this week. They met and decided to lower the Fed funds rate, which is actually a bank-to-bank overnight lending rate. Now, that only impacts what banks actually charge each other when they borrow from each other overnight. This rate also impacts basically short-term rates. We're talking rates on credit cards and auto loans, basically. 30-day contract rates, where mortgage rates are mostly typically impacted by the bond market, but they're also impacted by Fed comments on future rate cuts and the economy. Now, since the Govy shutdown, pretty much the Fed's kind of been flying in the dark as far as they're not used to getting data. And these people love data and spreadsheets. So if you can imagine, they're hesitant to lower larger rate cuts more than a quarter right now because they honestly are flying in the dark. So they're kind of dovish about making any more changes, and they tell us hold out and don't expect any more rate cuts until they do get that data. Yay. So in the Govy shutdown that's holding up that data, well, that's still happening. There's no end in sight, no telling when, and I don't know what to tell you. All right, so let's have some more fun. Here we go. This actually is kind of cool. I wanted to share this with you. I came across this week. It's the Blanchett House and Farm. Now, we could always use some good news. Their mission statement is to alleviate suffering and offer hope for a better life by serving essential aid with dignity. Now, I feel like we could all use a smile, so here it is. It's a nonprofit organization that helps anyone who shows up at their door, and basically they house, feed, clothe, and get them back to work as they put their lives back together, sometimes on the farm, quite honestly. Now, per their website, they serve anyone who comes to our doors without judgment because we believe everyone deserves dignity, hope, and community, and I agree with that sentiment. Gosh, we could use some good news. So, and here's our meme of the week. Parents, please check your kids' candy. This year, someone tried to hide a purchase contract in there. So that's for some of those agents that hadn't seen one in a while. All right. Other than that, I hope you guys have a fabulous Halloween week. I get to take my grandkids trick-or-treating tomorrow. But if you have questions on when the best time to buy or even refinance, give me a call. We can set up some time in a kind of an outline and see what works for you. And it's a very personal thing, you know. Sometimes it's a good time for you to do it, and sometimes you need to work on some stuff. And if you like this video, please follow us on any of our social media outlets. We are on LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, and the artist formerly known as Twitter. I'm Robin Hart with the Home Loans with Heart team, where we are here to help you and everyone else build wealth through the financing of real estate. Have a great week. Happy Halloween. Don't eat too much candy. Have a great time out there. Y'all be safe, and we'll catch up with you again.